wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife. See how I'm here at the airport now, flying out, as I have for 40 or for 25 years. My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends. That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your wife.
So I do want to ask, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th. Has this been coming for some time now, or was it something out the blue?
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road, doing the same thing. Thank you. Isn't this beautiful? And that's not for television. We kiss all the time, y'all.
Especially when it comes to black men, we cannot afford to be at odds with our women.
That is factual.
We can't afford that. We not in a position.
We can't handle the divide.
Let the white people do that.
That is facts.
We not in a position
that we agree with.
To be bucking, and we can either find a way to work this out. My brother can't take it.
Can't, man.
His red pill is flaring up.
Right. Very much so. Can't take it.
We do. We have a story of actual black love.
We love black love.
This might be the all love show.
No, it ain't.
For real?
No, it's not.
You don't want to do a show with
I told
all
you,
love.
I gotta take another red pill.
Oh God, here we go.
So go get another one.
All right, here we go. This is Judge Greg Mathis wins his wife back. I'm happy for him. I don't know about my brother, but I'm happy
for him also.
I'm happy for him. This is coming from TMZ. Judge Greg Mathis wins his wife Linda back, and he's excited.
It's good to see you too, Al.
Look at him. He got the diamond.
Look at her.
He got the diamond.
Look at her.
She
ain't
happy.
even standing next to him.
She glowing. She got that Mathis.
She glowing.
He put that
by
Mathis
herself
on.
individually.
God, he put that Mathis on her, man. Brought her home. He was neglecting her. He was out on the road. He was trying to. This nigga.
You out and about.
I'm sorry. It's a clean show. This gentleman.
Thank you. Isn't this beautiful? And that's not for television. We kiss all the time, y'all.
Okay.
They be kissing, son.
That shit whack. Look at that. Look at her face. Look at her face, son. She like, man, I swear to God, all right, I'm gonna thick it out till he die. It's a check coming. She see the pot of the gold at the end of the rainbow.
She been loving him since the 80s. She been loving him.
Man,
she love him.
Been out of love with him since the 90s.
Oh my God, she love him. She loves her husband.
Okay.
She had to step away. She ain't mean the divorce proceedings. She didn't mean it.
All right.
You think she meant it?
Son, look at her. Look at her face. Look at her aura. Her aura is that of this. She's standoffish.
Her aura is she's still a little bit mad. Don't never get over it right away. She's still kind of mad, son. She's still kind of mad. He was out on the road doing the Mathis giving. You know what I'm saying?
On top of that, she giving him the blues at the house. She giving him the blues.
She was, but she not no more. She better. She better. They back together.
He deserve it. Whatever come, he deserve it. Whatever, hey, baby, that's his lady. He chose her. They chose each other. I think it's beautiful. You like it? I love it.
Black love.
You two out and about.
Thank you. Isn't this beautiful? And that's not for television. We kiss all the time, y'all.
Okay, so I have to ask, how are you guys doing? The internet loves you two together. How's it going?
We're doing well. I think what happens is sometimes in life, God has to break you down to lift you up and put you on another mission. As a street kid, went to jail, came out. I was on a mission to help street youth, and I have for 25 years. Now,
big ups for that.
That's a PR.
I'm on a.
This a PR move right here. He going through all that shit. Look at her, son.
Why can't he just be a genuine person, a genuine black
man? That don't even sound genuine. It sounds scripted. It sounds scripted.
He's used to speaking on TV and stuff.
I understand that, but I'm looking at his lady right next to him, son. You could see a woman when she when she's in bliss, when she love you, when she looking at you in awe and admiration. She just
she gradually getting back there. She getting back there. He disappointed her for a long time. She getting back there.
He disappointed her how?
He was running the streets. She was like, yo, we already got money. Why you still running like that?
Right.
Like, yo, I'm trying to help the youth.
Right.
Like,
Get off your purpose.
She's like, yo, F them youth.
Basically. They're good kid. Nah.
F the youth.
Yeah, that's what she said. Right.
That's what she's saying. But then she's like, yo, what about me? What about our family?
Right.
What about
right.
us
What
growing
about
old together? We getting old. It's time
Yeah,
to
I
come in
need
the
you to be
house.
At the house. Right. Stay at the house.
Trying to come in the house.
Son, don't. You about to make me mad.
Mission to help black love. How about that?
Okay. So is he out of the doghouse a little bit? What would you say?
Huh?
Is he out of the doghouse a little bit or something?
That's what
See, and that's what they say. Look, listen, I'm not a man who feels like, the woman is a prize. I'm not going to stand there and say that. I believe that the man has to carry the weight of the relationship. The man is expected.
His shoulders are broad.
Right. The man is expected to die for her and all that.
Absolutely.
But to say that she doesn't have any input or she can't feel some kind of way, or because I see you getting upset because because they asked her if he was in the doghouse. I know you like, who is he to be putting her in the doghouse and all that sort of a vibe. But at the same time, that doesn't mean if you committed yourself to someone, you can't disappoint her.
Son, what I'm telling you is, if nothing else, this man right here, they said their wealth is $25 million. They have a $25 million. That's the income. The majority of the income, we don't know what her contributions are, but it come from him.
Right. He do his thing.
Yo, get this man some peace. Let this man. Okay, he fuck up. So if he do 10 good things, the one bad thing he do, all that shit get diminished. And that's what happens. So what'll happen is she'll ride the shit out of him, and she ain't gonna ride him for a day, a week. She ain't ride him for 6 months. She just in his ass.
Son, I hear you on that, but you gotta also look at that. He been on his grind for 25 years.
Respect.
The good part of that is, yes, that helped him build this fortune that they have and all that. But how long should she be patient?
Son, she signed up for this. That's his wife.
I
That's
know.
not his girl. That's not somebody he sleep. That's his wife. That's his lady.
That's her husband. In signing up for that, there is more to provision and protection than just a bunch of change. At some point, it's like, what do we do? I think she love him, son. I think she love, because look, even if she divorced,
she didn't love him.
Even if she divorced, she's still gonna get the paper. It's not like she's not gonna get that paper.
That's that's what I see right there. What I see right there is Judge Mathis right now. Yo, I just dodged the bullet for right now. Because she was great. Take half his stuff.
That's not what he said in the beginning.
That's not what he said. I'm telling you what I'm reading from this. This is what I'm reading, son.
You just don't believe in black love no more. I'm not saying
believe in
that there
black
aren't
love.
situations that fit definitely into that red pill perspective, but I don't think this is one of them, son. I think they OGs. He's still running like a young man, and she like, yo, when you gonna come in the house? I've been patient for 25 years, nigga.
Yo, so this is the flip side to that.
And I feel you on that. I'm building, I'm grinding, but it's been 25 years.
Let's say he wasn't doing that. Let's say he was in the house.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be tired of him.
Right, she get tired of his ass. So it's either or. It's either or. And you can't tell me she's not reaping the benefits of him ripping and running. So if he's shining, he's sitting courtside, she's sitting courtside.
No,
and they live in a big house. She living in a big house.
Part of the beef, if you'll hear him say it himself, is that he was doing a lot of those things without her because the kind of job he has requires him to travel. And
he had to tweak some
things.
things.
And he's doing, and that's what I'm saying. It's worth it. He probably made adjustments in his life, so I'm sure he's not going to stop doing what he's doing with the youth. I'm sure he's not going to stop running the show or whatever he got going on. I don't think that's the case. I think he's just going to have to incorporate her more because she's feeling isolated. That's a reasonable. Listen, I feel you on the what he's done, what he's added to the relationship, what he's gathered and all financially, that makes sense. But there's also another component of being the man in that provision and protection, and some of that has to do with your simple presence. And if his presence is just absent all the time for 25 years, at some point a woman could be mad.
Do you believe that? You believe
he said it, nigga?
He was absent for 25 years out of this.
I'm not saying completely absent, son. I'm not. Listen, I feel both sides of the argument. I feel how a man can be focused. I know how a person could want to stay on their grind, which is important for you.
For a man,
it gives him purpose in life. And what do I do in this world? What am I leaving? What is my legacy? I understand all those things, but you also have a woman who's committed herself to you, who you leaving alone a lot.
I commend both of them for being together for, what was it, 37 years?
Since the 80s or something.
Yo,
that.
there's people who've been on this planet and ain't lived that long.
For sure.
So for them two to be together that long, I think it's a beautiful thing.
We need more of it. That's my only point.
No doubt. I respect that. But at some point, in life, it's like that sometimes. You hit the bumps in the road, things get rough. People fall out of love with one another. Do I think this is my personal concept? And I heard this. Shout out to Dr. BOA. My man said this a while back.
I fucks with BOA.
No doubt. A man falls in love with a woman. A woman falls in love with her emotions.
Okay, I hear all your red pill quotes.
No. And my man D, shout out to my man D. We just had this conversation. He just said the same thing. A man falls in love with all her imperfections. He'll take her with all that. A woman falls in love with the emotion of it all. So when the emotions change, she sway. She's subject to sway. So this woman right here, hey man, that's his wife. He claimed it. That's her. That's his lady. So he got to deal with whatever come with it. If they make it, I think that's great. If not, 37, 38 years, hey, man, it's all good. She ain't happy. She want to get back out in the street. He ain't giving her the time she need. Hey, somebody else out here for you. Go get him.
She ain't want to get out the street.
I can't tell.
I think
she the one want the divorce. She ain't asked for it.
She playing and she giving him a shit test. That was a big shit. Oh, God. She giving him the BS test. That's what that was. Should he have dealt with it? At this age, after all this time, who else, much like she is not going to find another Greg Mathis, he ain't going to find another her.
No.
Not at his age.
But,
I mean, he could find something sweet and tender.
Thank you.
But look.
And ain't going to give him no riff.
Can I finish? Dude, you still talking. He can find something sweet and tender, but be honest, with the man of his age and his maturity and insight, how valuable is something sweet and tender?
He don't need it.
What I'm saying is, how valuable is it to his continued progress and success?
Whatever path he's on it.
I know he's on his path.
Hold.
Now, let me speak. He needs her. He wouldn't be here. The nigga was in the airport walking around crying. I'm talking about his emotional, his needs.
That is facts.
He need her. You're speaking from your perspective.
He feel like he need her.
Sure.
On the inside, right?
Sure.
This is probably his best friend. If you was to walk up to Judge Mathis right now, he would tell you, yo, this is my best friend. I love my lady. But with time progress, he like, look, man, hey, and you look back in hindsight, like, man, all this time she feed me garbage, giving me the lip service. That's not what I need. That's not being. That ain't being positive. That's not being an aid to me. That's not adding on to me.
See, and you're making assumptions. If she were not an aid to him, he wouldn't have gave a damn. He wouldn't have gave a damn. I'm telling you, she's been his rock for a long time. We're not talking about a skip scap. We talking about a wife of 38 years.
Yes, sir.
We talking about a damn near 70-year-old man. She wanted him to come in the house. That's a reasonable progression. That's a reasonable thing for a woman to want from a man. I'm not saying that a man that's on his purpose and on, like you said, he's on his trajectory.
Mm-hmm. That is fact.
If wifey need to come, that's not a big deal. What I'm saying, at what point does it come from provision to actual protection? Where does it come from provision to support? Because you better believe, for him to accomplish these things, specifically if he has children, I'm sure that he does.
They do. They have 4 kids.
Somebody got to be in the house.
They empty nesters. Their kids all grown.
I'm talking about for all.
I'm gonna let you
years.
finish because I got one.
I'm just saying, for all those years, somebody got to be in the house.
Facts.
Somebody got to make it so that he can continuously have productive children. Hopefully his children have done well in life and all that.
Yeah,
and I'm just saying, the lady deserves a little payback. That's all.
Okay, a little payback.
Not even payback, but she deserves some attention.
Okay, cool.
You gotta give her some attention.
Of course,
son.
absolutely. I'm not saying that. So the flip side to that is, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna sign off. Judge Mathis is an intelligent gentleman. Evidently, for him to be you had to be an attorney first and then a judge.
Sure.
I'm quite sure he's been in plenty of courtrooms. The last thing that he wants to do is be in court fighting over his money with his best friend, with his wife. I said it, and we ain't gotta say no more. The man ain't stupid. The last thing he want to do, he hurt. But on top of that, he like, yo, I'm gonna have to split my dough with her. I'm gonna have to pay. Come on, man. I told you we try not to cuss,
son. I think
we try not to cuss. This is what it is, though.
I think
he ain't that dumb.
I think that's a shallow perspective to look at it from.
take it how you want.
And I think for some people that may be true, but I don't think that. I don't think that. I think that they live a life of morality. I think Judge Mathis is a moral person.
I believe his wife is probably a moral person.
And I believe that in that he wants to maintain his family structure.
And I believe that she's tired of him. Go ahead, finish. Go ahead, I'm listening.
I don't know if she's tired of him. All right, let's finish this thing. We're gonna finish reading the body language. I don't know if she's tired of him. I think that they still love each other. Might as well ride it out, nigga.
They might as well, but she don't. She wanted to get divorced.
She wanted him in the house. She ain't really want him divorced, man. I know. Look, I know in the red pill, y'all not supposed to play women games. Or a woman is a woman. She's a woman. That's how they talk.
Man is a man.
That's how they talk. They don't speak directly.
Yeah. So let me ask you this.
They don't.
You
they mad at something else.
Do you think he would ever threaten her? Do you think he would ever threaten her with divorce? From what you just saw from
because men are men. If he wanted a divorce,
women.
Right? Because if he wanted a divorce, he would mean it. Right. For the most part, if a man say he wanted a divorce, he mean it. He not going to say I want a divorce because I really want her to pay more attention. That's a woman's way. That's how she is.
I don't think like a chick. I don't know.
No, but if you interact with women, you got to understand there's a certain measure of them going around the bend. That's just how they get down.
I don't know what this shit means.
That's what you.
The fuck.
If she wasn't a woman, you don't want her. You want a woman that is a woman. That's part of her. That's the same way a woman values decisiveness in a man. The same way a woman values the provision and protection in a man.
Yes.
Part of her femininity is partially how manipulative she is.
Facts. That is all facts.
It's part of that's kind of how they move. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, and I'm not saying that manipulation is necessarily for evil. I'm just saying
it can be.
It can be, nigga, but being direct can be for evil.
Fair enough.
You understand? Our way can be for evil. It's just the way they communicate. You got to understand how women communicate. Whether or not, you know what I'm saying? They saying something, but they mean something else.
Well, he need to understand how she communicate. And go ahead, son. Go ahead, let it run, son. Let it run, son.
All right, we ain't gonna turn this into a relationship podcast. But I think I praise the black love. That's all I'm saying. I do believe there are manipulative women that use men and want to get out, and that are silly. That are 65 years old and want to get their hot girl summers on. Yes, I do believe there are many women stuck in that place. But
44 want to get their hot girl summers on.
Right. It's plenty of them. Can't wait. Music come on, butt just start twerking right away. But I don't see that in this particular situation. Not only is Judge Mathis an intelligent man, I think he's also intelligent enough to have chosen well. I think he's intelligent enough to know that.
37 years? Respect.
Yeah.
I took respect.
She hung in there. She wanted to come in the house. You 70-something years, come in the house.
Come on.
Can she see her husband? Is that an unreasonable ask?
Come on, son.
He even admitted, I've been flying.
You starting to sound like a chick, son. You starting to touch your feminine side,
son. It's not even that. I'm just being realistic in what it takes for these. See, this is what I don't like. This is what bothers me about the red pill part, especially when it comes to black men. We cannot afford to be at odds with our women.
That is factual.
We can't afford that. We not in a position.
We can't handle the divide.
Let the white people do that.
That is facts.
We not in a position
that we agree with.
To be bucking, and we can either find a way to work this out. And this is what good, strong families come from, and that's what my position. Anyway, here we go.
Her to say, but I think so. But I'm not going to be arrogant enough and cocky enough to speak for her.
Okay, so how much longer until...
And let's hear that statement again.
Enough to speak for her.
Okay.
Say, but I think so. But I'm not going to be arrogant enough and cocky enough to speak for her.
Okay.
Hear that? Arrogant and cocky. That's us. We got to realize it, son. I mean, I could be plenty arrogant and cocky. Any woman that ever known me know how Mark is. But we got to come to an understanding, son.
Let him talk.
You don't want to hear it.
Okay. So how much longer until the instigation between you two? What are we finally? Are we just...
We're standing here right now together.
Speaks for itself.
I read it. I caught it.
All she's saying is one day at a time.
I caught it. We all saw it. We saw it. We standing together right now. It's 12:30. But come 4 o'clock.
Let me know in the chat. Is Judge Greg Mathis a simp? Is he simping? Is he not limping and is pimping?
Let me suck them titties, baby. No.
Don't cut his dick off, dog.